What's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another Dragon Blaze video. Hope everybody's doing well today. We're going to dive back into it. I had to take a little break so we can make some more videos and get refreshed on everything. And we do have some stuff to talk about. We got some new resources, I believe, as well that I saw, new events. So let's definitely dive right into it. Now we do have, I guess I didn't take something from here. Let's go open up these real quick. But yes, back at doing new videos. Got a lot more to talk about. More Heroes investment series, of course, because, you know, we're trying to wrap things up there. It's very important to know what you're investing into. So we're definitely going to keep doing that. I'm excited about it. I try to mix up a couple things in between. But yes, your roulette event. Make sure that you are paying close attention to this because it's very important. You get a lot of good resources here, especially for the new character. You know, this one's actually quite good. The majority of roulettes they have are horrible. This one's actually quite powerful. Good resources. You can exchange your 4-leaf clovers here to get special rewards, as you see here. Quite awesome. Definitely very happy about that event. 10-man event, obviously make sure you're doing your PvP, make sure you're doing your hero gallery, make sure you're doing your mining. All good stuff there. So let's get into it. We did archers. We're doing our third impact archers, actually. So we're going to definitely go ahead and get them back up. And then we're going to be doing this guy. Now, I haven't really used him really too much at all. His default level is 13, so I put a little bit of resources into him, and then naturally he'll get resources just from spending packs. So, you know, open up packs and all that good stuff. He's an archer physical, DPS. And there's his specialty for the world bosses. And let's see what he does. And then the new resource is, I'll show that here shortly. Looks pretty cool, by the way. So let's check this guy out. Okay. So his normal attack is attacks one enemy and increase range attack upon normal attack 7th phase, which is very good. So he's going to constantly just keep increasing his range, which is very important so he can stay in the back line. So that's always a good thing when it comes to your archers. You never want them to be face-to-face with physical users and all that good stuff. They stay alive better as long as they're increasing their ranges and they stay in the back line. His second ability, it says inflicts 2,375% skill damage on one enemy, 18.6 seconds cooldown. Well, we'll see why is that. And then it says a debuff. It says increase perceived single damage for 48 seconds for one enemy 7th phase for 13 seconds. 13 seconds is actually a long time. And it's 7th phase. So if they don't have anything 7th phase or higher to remove that debuff, then it's just going to keep happening. So that's actually not bad at all. 48% isn't a lot, but for 13 seconds and it keeps on happening. I mean, it can add up. And everybody else can do lots of massive damage as well, not just him. So that's actually pretty nice. His second ability, it says inflicts 2,613 skill damage on one enemy, cooldown 22.1 seconds. Let's see why. This says buff, increase attack speed for all allies. Increase attack speed by 10% for all allies, basically. 7th phase, 15 seconds. So that's actually quite good. 15 seconds is a long time. Have your attack speed increase for your DPSs, for your dual wielders, your warriors, all those guys, your paladins. That's going to mean the world to them because that means they get to attack even faster. In addition to other allies that you're using, that gives you also a attack speed increase. So they'll stack on each other, which allows you to attack incredibly fast, dealing lots of damage. Not bad. And his ultimate signature skill, upon charging 100% signature energy. Specialty 1, it says inflicts 14,000 250% skill damage on one enemy. So, since most of his abilities don't do that much damage, his ultimate doing that much damage is actually really, really wonderful. So I'm really appreciative that it does that much damage. That's actually pretty awesome. And then it says specialty 2. It says attacks under the helmet launcher effect, 7th phase, for 28 seconds. The launcher effect inflicts 9,263% skill damage, additional skill damage upon attacking enemies. Keep that in mind. Enemies. So that means as long as he's hitting people, that launcher effect is going to take into effect, and we're going to see what that does right now, because they don't always preview like every single thing on the screen. There's always additional context at the bottom of each ability. So, and then we have here, see, there's one we didn't see, and it says launcher effect 2. All attacks become critical hits and do not miss. Let's rephrase that. All attacks become critical hits and do not miss. There's only a few characters in the game that does that, and he's another one that does that. So keep in mind, that is most important. All attacks become critical hits and do not miss. So that means, I'm pretty sure that means for your whole team, they become critical, do not miss, which is very critical. That's very impactful for sure. So keep that in mind. If you're having a powerful team that crits a lot already and that does lots of damage, you need to just go in, then he's going to be your guy. Now, it's only for a signature skill, though. So that's still quite powerful. Then we're going to go to his passive. It says Overcharge. It says a conditional special skill cooldown 25.4 seconds. Condition when your HP is 90% or higher. Specialty 1 inflicts 2,850% skill damage on one enemy. Specialty 2, increase received ranged damage by 71% for one enemy, 7th phase for 15 seconds. So this is always going to probably trigger, because if you have a good healer and stuff like that too, especially your higher end healers, your overcharge effect should always happen every time. Once you get hit a couple of times, you get kind of hard. It's a trigger, and then you'll get your healing back. So that's actually not bad. Weapon design. Passive is personal passive is increased physical attack by 143% and DEX by 38%. Ally Aura increased physical attack by 57%, ranged attack by 57%, and single attack by the same percentage, which is really awesome. I mean, that's all definitely needed for sure. And this is just his passive. That's quite wonderful. And it says Archer Aura increased physical attack by 63%, ranged attack by the same percentage, and single attack by the same percentage, which is quite good. So he's very balanced. He keeps everything kind of balanced, allows you to get kind of the same percentages and doing as much as he needs to be, and that's actually not bad. I mean, I'm liking this guy. He's definitely decent for sure. Broken, no, but decent for sure. And obviously, this is just for Jin, your Jin's passive, Jin Odin passive, personal passive. Beautiful destruction. It says personal passive increased physical attack by 342%, DX by 91%, and additional boss damage by 171%. Ally Aura increased additional boss damage by 68%, ranged attack by 137%, and a single attack by the same percentage, which is quite nice. And then we have the Archer Aura, increased additional boss damage by 68%, ranged attack by 137%, and single attack by the same percentage. And then his specialty, it says inflict 4,750% skill damage on one enemy upon normal attacks. And then you have your third impact, which you can just read on your own time. I mean, it's not bad. He's actually very decent. And then increase your physical attack by 368%, which will grow. Single attack by the same percentage, and then your additional boss damage by 221%. That's just where I'm at. It can be different from you, depending on where you are. And then we go into design analysis, which is his last one, which is his affinity passive. Personal passive increased single attack by 110%, ranged attack by 126%, and physical attack by 350%, which is nice. And it's gonna grow as it levels up higher and higher. So that will change probably. And then we have Ally Aura, increase additional boss damage by 77%. Specialty 1, upon using Pulse Gun and Charge Beam, inflicts ×2 additional skill damage only for bosses, which is very powerful because you need to take down your bosses so you can meet your marks. Not bad. Specialty 2, Inflicts 2,850% skill damage upon normal attacks only for bosses, which is nice. It's not bad. He's going to do good when boss fights. Then your type 2, your Gen Odin passive. Personal passive, increased physical attack by 246%, additional boss damage by 144%, and single attack by 338%, which is very meaningful. That's going to help you out a lot. If you use him in those battles, this is a specialty for that. And then your ally aura, increased range attack by 155%, specialty. Upon using the helmet launcher, increases received physical damage by 285% for one enemy, 7th phase for 3 stacks. So it's going to stack 3 times. So that's he's not bad. He isn't broken in any way. He's actually pretty good. Would I invest into him more? Probably not. I've already have paladins that I'm currently investing in already, but he will naturally get powerful just by himself, because as you are spending your rubies and stuff like that, you will be able to definitely power him up just like everybody else. So he won't be ignored unless you want him to just sit and collect. But overall, I think he's a pretty decent archer for sure. Our first decent one. The rest have been very, very good, so they're all not going to be so absurdly broken or powerful. I think he can be very good in some situations, especially his ultimate, making all hits critical and they do not miss. That is probably his most sequential and impactful ability, is his ultimate. That's very powerful, and the fact that he increases his attack by almost 9,300% on enemies, that's everybody, and then makes everything critical and they do not miss, because lots of creatures have high invasion in this game. So he's definitely not bad. I mean, if you want to invest in him, you can. He's not terrible, but I just don't see myself doing that. Don't forget your New Year's Eve wish package. That's also very useful. And then our new, so your stars, I think you get these by like, I forgot how you get stars. I recently just came upon it and I just forgot. I gotta go back to it. But your new resource is Transcendent Skill Reset. Now, what that is if you go to your your allies and you get a Transcendent Skill, I'm guessing you can reset. You might have to unlock all of them, and then whatever skill you don't want, you probably can either erase it or reset it. That's probably what I'm thinking. That's what it is. So that's actually not bad at all. I'm guessing that's what that is. So I'm gonna have to probably boss him and look into it. But that's definitely a video for today. I am still working on Catherine, so I can finally release her friend. But that is it for currently today. And I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, keep doing what you're doing. If any content you specifically want to see, post in the comments below. Let me know what you want, because I am going to be finishing this series. It is kind of important to know what you should be investing in, what you should not be investing in, because I get that all the time. What should I be building? What should I be running? It's really up to you. Like, there's not a right or wrong combination. It's just based on what you're trying to get through. And that's really all on you when it comes to that. I can help you as much as I can. It's just really what you're needing to try to get done. That's kind of what you need to ask yourself. And then from there, we can probably try to build a team. And then we're going to try to focus more on the 4th impacts, probably after the investment series is done. There's still a lot of stuff I want to do, like star power. I'm still working on star power because I have to level up my characters before we can even do any more. So, I mean, there's just a ton of things. And you can prelude, you can enchant them, you can put a 3rd guy on them too that might be in the star power level too. So there's just a lot of stuff we're going to be focusing on. But until next time, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and hey, as always, I will see you for the next one.